Hey everyone, my name is Josie and I'm so excited to be with you this week. We are in our newest series called In the Beginning. In this series, we are learning about some of the key stories from the beginning of the Bible. But let's go ahead and kick things off with one of my favorite Bible verses found in Isaiah 40:28. It says, "Have you never heard? Have you never understood? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of all the earth. He never grows weak or weary. No one can measure the depths of his understanding." I love that verse. It tells us about God and how amazing He is. Let's sing it out and let's celebrate Him together right now. That was great. I just love that verse and song because it helps us to know who God is and how amazing God is. He is the creator of all the earth. And speaking of amazing creations, have you ever heard of DJ Robosloth? Friends, it is time for DJ Robosloth the Memory Verse Quiz. In a world where sloths can dance, one sloth rose above them all to become DJ Robosloth. Shout out the right answer if you know it. Let's play.
In a world where sloths can dance, one sloth rose above them all to become DJ Robosloth. Hold on to your headphones, people. The time of the sloth has come. That time is right now. Lightning reflexes, amazing dance moves, and the ability to drop a beat so hard, it hurts. DJ Robosloth. Fill in the blank. Have you never blanked? Have you never blanked? Seen, accepted? Heard, understood? Listen, acknowledge. That's right. Have you never heard? have you never understood? Next question. Where is our Bible verse found? Luke? Genesis? Isaiah? That's right. Our Bible verse is found in Isaiah. Next question. Fill in the blank. He never grows blank or blank. Strong, excited. Sick, tired. Weak, weary. That's right, he never grows weak or weary. Great job. And remember, there ain't no party without DJ RoboSlaw. Until next time, keep spinning. Yeah! Come on!
Nice job, everyone. That verse reminds me that everything we see, God made, which makes me think of our Bible story. Are you ready to see a story from the Bible about creation? As we watch this Bible story, check out all the things God made. Ready? Let's watch.
Stories of the Bible. Creation. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was empty, formless, and dark. But the Spirit of God was there. On the first day, God said, "Let there be light." And God saw that the light was good. Then he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day and the darkness night. On the second day, God said, "Let there be a space to separate the waters of the heavens from the waters of the earth." God called the space sky. On the third day, God said, "Let the waters beneath the sky flow together into one place, so dry ground may appear." God called the dry ground land and the waters seas, and God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the land sprout with every sort of plant and tree." And God saw that it was good. On the fourth day, God said, "Let lights appear in the sky to separate the day from the night." God made two great lights, the sun for the day and the moon for the night. He also made the stars. God set these lights in the sky to light the earth, and God saw that it was good. On the fifth day, God said, "Let the waters swarm with fish and other life. Let the skies be filled with birds of every kind." And God saw that it was good. On the sixth day, God said, "Let the earth make every sort of animal." God made all sorts of wild animals, livestock, and small animals, each able to have babies of the same kind. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, to be like us." So God created man in his own image. He formed man from the dust of the ground. He breathed the breath of life into man, and a man became alive. Then he saw that the man needed a helper, so God put man into a deep sleep, and while he slept, God took one of the man's ribs. Then God made a woman from the rib and brought her to the man.
Hello. Hi.
Then God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth and rule over it. Rule over the fish in the sea,
Hello, Will.
the birds in the sky,
Hello, Bird.
and all the animals that scurry along the ground." Then God said, "Look, I have given you every plant throughout the earth, and all the fruit trees for your food, and I have given you every green plant as food for all the animals." Then God looked over all he had made, and he saw that it was very good. So the creation of the heavens and the earth and everything in them was done. So on the seventh day, God rested from all his work, and God blessed the seventh day and said it was holy.
That was awesome. I am so amazed by God. Only He can create. And when God first created everything, the sky and everything in it, the oceans and everything in it, and the land and everything on it, He said it was all good. God even made humans. The Bible tells us that God loves all of His creation. And you know what's cool? God gave Adam and Eve the special job to look after all of creation, and He wants us to help take care of creation too. I just love learning about this. Let's find out more about God and His creation by watching a new episode of Reptile Hunter. We will follow Greg and his cameraman Dan all over the world in their search for reptiles that are in need of help. Let's check it out and see what he has to say.
Hey, how's it going? Greg here, professionally trained, officially certified, and FDA-approved reptile hunter. Now, we go on the search for reptiles that are in danger. We bring them back to safety in our reptile reserve. So, come along with me and my cameraman Dan as we go on the hunt for reptiles.
Watch this.
Reptile Hunter, saving reptiles since 2019.
All right, we made it to the Sahara Desert, and we have a really exciting discovery today. We're in search for the African spur-thighed tortoise. Now, I know, it sounds a little scary, but I promise you, there's nothing to fear. The African spur-thighed tortoise is an herbivore, which means it loves these guys, vegetables, and you should eat them too. Now, this spur-thighed tortoise that we're looking for is hurt and in danger. Now, follow Dan and I as I lure it back into safety and bring it to our reptile reserve. Now, come on, Dan. All right, so we're still on the hunt. We still have our trusty vegetables here, and hopefully that tortoise will smell. But in the meantime, we gotta start tracking in different ways. We're looking for footprints now. Now in the Sahara, there's lots of different animals, birds, lizards, giraffes, you name it. But luckily, we have our trusty Tracker Beam 3000.
The Tracker Beam 3000. Cost $3,000. Purpose, tracking things.
Now, the Tracker Beam 3000 will point out the tortoise's footprints. So we gotta know, if we were a tortoise, where would we go? Come on, let's look. Now, the Sahara Desert is one of the hottest places on Earth. It gets less than 1 inch of rain per year, which means this tortoise has gotta find a place to get water. So it gets it sometimes from eating little pieces of grass like this. Just this little piece of grass will give the tortoise enough water to survive. Now, here's the deal. Come look at this. We really gotta test the dirt to see if we can read some of those footprints, because the tortoise right now could be on the run from predators. Small tortoise, they're running from things like vultures and jackals, but the tortoise we're looking for is gonna be way bigger, which means bigger predators, like a lion. Now, we really gotta make sure we're being careful. Dan, are you getting that? I'm getting it, Dan. We got a tortoise. Come on, get the lettuce. All right, let's go. All right, Dan, we're really getting a lot of strong readings here. Now, it's picking up a lot of different footprints, but... Oh, goodness. Dan, an African spur-thighed tortoise. The Tracker Beam 3000 worked, and it brought us right to this guy. Maybe 60, 75 years old, and it looks like he's hungry. So we really gotta get him back to the reptile reserve and see if we can get him some food. Now, this guy's probably maybe 50 or 60 pounds, so I might need some help with him. Oh, look at this guy, Dan. Can you see him? Let's go. All right, guys, we made it back to the reptile reserve. And look at this, we got the African spur-thighed tortoise into the reserve. I got some water, Dan got some water, and most of all, we got him some food, and he's loving it. After he ate some lettuce, we put him on the scale and he weighs 75 pounds. That's huge, but we also learned that he can grow up to 200 pounds like some of his friends out there in the wild. But he's still a kid, so he still has more growing to do. But check this out, they can grow up to 200 years old. That is unbelievable stuff. It got me thinking, God is really big. He created me and he created George. He created everything. Dan, we gotta learn more about it. Come help me move George. Dan! All right, Dan, we gotta learn more. I'm gonna take George back to the reserve. All right, so we got George back and we got our field notes. And check it out, I actually have a verse from the Bible in Genesis 1 right here in my field notes. So God created human beings in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Then God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth and govern it. Reign over the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, and all the animals that scurry along the ground." As humans, sometimes we look at this enormous world of ours and we feel small and unimportant. Other times, we treat the world like it's our own personal playground, as if everything revolves around us. The truth is, neither of these things are true. God created this incredible planet and all the cosmos, but he also created you and me, and he loves you and me. We are created in the image of God. We're just as important to him as the rest of his creation. At the same time, though, he's given us an important responsibility. We have to take care of this world as best we can. Now, I might not be big or strong or smart enough to help every single animal on Earth, but it's still important that I can help the ones that I can. We're called by God to be good stewards of his earth, and we can do that by protecting animals in their homes, conserving resources, and throwing away our trash. Now, George might be from the heart of the Sahara Desert, and I might be from Southern California, just like you. But as different as we are, we share a creator who loves us both. So, if you ever feel small or unimportant, remember, you have a Father in heaven who loves you. But in order to take care of his creation, we first need to take care of ourselves. That means doing things like eating healthy, eating our veggies, exercising, and growing in our relationship with God. Remember, we need to take care of all God's creation, and that means taking care of ourselves. So, if you ever see a person or an animal in need, try to share the love with them by helping in any way you can. That's all I've got for you guys today, but keep on coming back, because here at the Reptile Reserve, we'll always have cool animals, and we'll be helping out in the Dan? Okay, we have an emergency. Let's go. Guys, there's an albino Burmese python in Burma. We gotta go. Come on, Dan.
Reptile Hunter, saving reptiles since 2019.
What a great video. Just like Greg said, God created this incredible planet and the entire universe, and he also created you and me. We are all created in the image of God. That's pretty special. And God has given us the important responsibility to take care of this world. When we take care of the things God gives us, that's called being a good steward. Some of the ways we can do that are by protecting animals in their homes, conserving resources, and throwing away our trash. We can even take care of ourselves by eating right, exercising, and growing in our relationship with God. Remember, God loves all of his creation, and he wants us to do our best to take care of it. Well, friends, I'm so glad you joined me for church today. I'm praying that you all have an awesome week and enjoy God's creation this week. He loves us and lets us take care of his creation. And hey, don't forget there are more activities for you online at saddlebackkids.com. Check it out, and I'll see you right back here next week. Bye, everyone.